Hi Leo, welcome to my channel. Leo, May activates your critical axis of career and home. Those buttons have already been pushed by the end April full moon, and a change is in the air. Like a phase of what you perceive as home and secure is being shifted. And from that place of never wanting to feel trapped or helpless, you are starting a new phase of bold adventure in May. The career ground has always been your safety net till Uranus came here in 2019, and it's not the others, it's you who has changed. Safety can be a cage too. While April dug your inner core to expose what you're truly made of, even challenging your definition of safety, May is the playing field. May is where we need to show the physical evidence of the freedom we desire in our external life. This is a new start in your external life that May is bringing. Jupiter is moving into your house of transformation. It's easing this death and rebirth process that you are undergoing, even making you excited about this transformation. Once you have been more, you can never be less. We will talk more of this new start today and the fated encounters this month in detail. This is the part 2 of the video. Please do review part 1, for which I will leave the link in the description along with the key dates of this month. My name is Charu and I am your host on this journey. So let's dig in. Leo, May starts with the activation of your need for freedom and space. And that freedom and space is needed in what you do, what you're known for, your external, professional, or even the title in the world that you hold, the proverbial independence that you have been craving for in your work, in your life and career would come to surface at the start of May, and you would have been experiencing that since end of April itself. It would also show up in your personal life, as it's not just that you need it in the work. This energy has freed you and made you want to be more you without fear, without inhibitions and social pressures. Authority of any sorts does not appeal to you, and there is a reason for that. You want to lead and not follow. The further away from your truth you are living right now, the greater that shift is going to be waiting for you. The aim is to reconnect the real you to you, and from that place of wholeness within you, you can create what you're here to create. Uranus likes to disconnect whatever is unreal and recreate for freedom. And events might feel a bit out of our control, but they are external manifestation of our own internal process that has been in making for a while. Now those internal processes just find physical form externally to manifest. It's the time to recreate who you are, what your external identity is, and this would primarily show up in the label that life has given you. Your world title, whether it is the title in your personal life or in your professional life, that title is up for a change. The ego identity that we create for ourselves for the rest of the world is about to change. Work would need to be more in line with who you are becoming and need space for the inventive, idealistic, and freedom-seeking part of you. Not all Leos are going to leave their corporate careers, but yes, those ladders would be scaled in a different fashion. Leos who have planets in the early degree of Leos, or those who are July born, have already gone through that process. And they might be just initiating a new phase of the next level of growth in a more authentic external life and career. But for the Leos who are just experiencing this for the first time, the August born Leos who are just moving to the external reality of it, this would feel like a big shift. This would be the year of changing where you're going, as with North Node or Rahu in your house of vision, you are being given once in 19-year gift of powerful recreation of your vision. The clarity on the vision of your life will come with a series of fated encounters or even epiphanies this month. And some of that has already been laid ground since March. But the chance meetings, fated encounters, or epiphanies of 10th, 17th, and 31st of May will bring the messaging home. You have a bigger path to follow, and it's calling you. You cannot ignore its voice anymore. And you'll experience that very strongly this month. Problem with authorities, brush of harshness in one-on-one relationships is just your inner self wanting to move out of its inhibited exterior. As I said, once you have been more, you cannot be less. Every inch of inhibition hurts even more than it did before. Every fake discussion is more jarring than before, and this is not an ordinary transit. Uranus comes in a sign only once in 84 years, so most of us have never experienced this transit or will never experience this transit of having Uranus on the top of our chart ever in our life. Its activation is rooted in this season, with a new road being opened up. The restlessness is peaking. For those having Leo rising sun or moon around 11 degree or early August born. But all of you would be experiencing this restlessness because it's happening at the top of your chart at a very critical point. This restlessness comes from the jarring difference between who you are and what you are being right now. Leo rising sun or moon around 21 degree or around 13th of August born Leo suns, they would experience a new moon very, very strongly this month on 11th of May. While that new moon starts a new chapter in career for all of you. But especially this will be felt around 21 degree of Leo or around if you have a Leo sun and you're born around 13th of August, you will experience this hatching out of our shell moment very, very strongly around 11th of May. Leos, you have already gone past some limits of restlessness, and you're ready to hatch out. And this full moon that we just had towards the end of April was sort of a triggering full moon. It was meant to trigger us. It was meant to trigger us to be more authentic, to be more us, to be more raw. And with that very powerful full moon, there is a lot of empowerment to our inner self which has been given to hatch out of a shell. And like everything that's newly born, you would feel raw, you would feel sensitive, even unsure of the new shape of your life that it's about to take. And then slowly and steadily, a thicker skin will start coming on and you would experience what you have been waiting for. With that progression, one by one, messaging on future will start coming on the new path and new vision, which is way bigger than your path before. Jupiter will move into your house of transformation and shifts on 13th of May. It will ease this rebirth process, even make you excited about it. And you could benefit from others by availing their support. Benefits are in merging with others, opening up to people versus depending on the structures. Your growth is in finding the right people to merge with. And I know you have been taken advantage of, cheated before with Neptune over here, who has been progressively lowering your boundaries. So your boundaries have in the past been encroached upon multiple times, but it's also made you intuitive about who to let in and who not to. It has also made you compassionate to the darkness in others. It's taught you to selflessly love. It has given you the gift to merge with others with a lot of love and compassion. I spoke of the Jupiter transition in your house of transformation in March. You will reap full benefit of this transit in 2022, but you could review the March video, which I'll link in the description for you, to see how to take full benefit of this transit, which is just being previewed right now from 13th of May to 28th of July. We're just seeing a preview of it, and you'll start feeling a ease coming about. You might have already started experiencing that ease coming about in transformation, in this death rebirth process that Jupiter is sort of guiding you to. Love, friendships, and merging comes with its own share of pain, but it's pain of living. It's the pain of living. It's not the pain of slowly dying without passion. So the answer is never to exit friendships, relationships, and love. And a Leo knows this better than anybody else, that these relationships, friendships, and merging with the others comes with its own share of pain. But that's what is living. So as Jupiter again opens those doors to others, opens the doors for you to also earn income from others through means not used before, through using your depth of knowledge, through your financial knowledge even, through your spiritual depth and deep pursuits and healing methods. Open yourself to unconventional careers and life paths, or at the very least, add in the element of these in addition to your traditional path. You don't like rocking the boat, but this boat has already been rocked. You are just riding it now. It cannot be undrunk. The July born Leos, or Leos with rising sun, moon, or rising, if you know any of them, around 7 degree, they have already gone through these shifts. If you know any of them, you can speak to them and see. They would have already experienced big emotional shifts. And with April end full moon, they would have experienced a lot of strength and a lot of emotional shift coming out of it, especially in their home and family life. So July born Leos, or Leos with rising sun or moon around 7 degree, would have experienced the full moon that happened towards end of April in full strength, and they will continue to do so in early May, as family life and home life, including some family secrets or hidden personal issues, would come to surface, which need to be faced with, which we need to deal with. These could also be stability issues which would come to focus. This is an opportunity for all of us Leos to look at healing through closure of a chapter in life which has been hurting both our health and personal life. But due to fixity in our life or our need for stability, we haven't closed those chapters. The early part of May will prompt you to close some of those chapters. Emotional securities comes through closures and not by continuing to bleed from the wounds. Home relocation or relocation of what you define as home might be in order as well, especially for end July and early August born, which is 5 to 12 degree Leo. This shift, as I mentioned, is driven by both trying to be free of the past personal and professional restrictions, new foundations, new rules, new boundaries of what we are going to commit to and who we are going to commit to and where we are going to commit to. With Saturn going retrograde end of this month, all the way till October, this would be the time for the next couple of months to redefine your commitments and how and who do you commit to. This is a year of change. Everything in your chart which is critical is being activated, from your relationships to your place of living to your external identity. And I spoke of it in the 2021 video for you, because Saturn square Uranus, which is the key transit of this year, is activating your critical axis, and these two planets are going to again meet on 14th of June, and this aspect, which is dominant throughout the year, will grow very, very strongly towards end of May. So please do review your 2021 video. Again, I'll link it in the description for you, because this conflict within you of wanting to break free and wanting to stay on the stable grounds, that conflict will grow stronger and louder as the month progresses and June arrives. And this conflict is very important to move forward from. End of this month, 29th of May, Mercury will go retrograde in your house of friends, in your house of networks and vision. There could be certain old friends and old visions that can come to meet you after 29th of May, so you can reconnect with who you originally were. It doesn't mean that we go back to those friends as we have progressed, but yes, they're here to give you a message which will add to your vision, which will help you make certain decisions. Your vision will go through certain changes. Your vision is going to go through certain changes till 22nd of June while Mercury is retrograde. You will rethink, how am I supposed to proceed forward? It's possible that there could be an actual launch of a platform, a social media platform, or a new network influence you want to make. You want to break through a network. This Mercury retrograde and this Mercury transit of 9 weeks, of which Mercury is retrograde between 29th of May to 22nd of June, it will help you understand what is needed to make a social impact, to get the right kind of friends, what is the right technique to make a presence felt on a new platform that you're going for. What do you need for this new vision that you're crafting? And then we have a solar eclipse in June, which is a new beginning, a fated new start in your vision and in your presence in the network. And you will be preparing for that from mid of May itself, as Mercury will go back and forth over it. You'll be rethinking. I would be careful of what I'm launching and also committing to post 14th of May. Just to be careful of the details, as some of the work can come for rework. Doesn't mean that the direction is wrong, but some more information, especially communication related, will come in June, which we would need to fix. It could be a network that you're launching something onto, and that launch needs some review. June would bring a new start, a solar eclipse in your vision, in your friendships, in your social influence, and in your investments. But some amount of rework would be required before you get there. It is a critical month for you. These are some very long lasting and critical changes. In a very Leo style, the changes that you once make, they are there for a long time. So nurture those changes, think through them, but do not back down because of fears at this time. Think of the structure of moving forward. It's time to be more. Good luck for this, Leo, and I'll see you in the next video now.